بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful.
I remember when I was a child, reading about Islamic history. The Al-Azhar University came across my mind, and Lahore Badshah Mosque, and so many other Muslim institutions that been left behind by our great forefathers and mothers. And I wanted to do something, to help the Muslim Ummah. The last 16 years has been a wonderful years, and somebody asked me if I go back, would I repeat the same? Yes, I would do it. I would do it with the condition that my dear sister Gail and brother Yub join me in again, to establish such an organization. MET has attracted a lot of Muslims, professionals that weren't affiliated with any local Muslim organizations. And that's the secret of MET. We were able to attract the top-notch professionals to assist us and to help us and draw the map for us, to achieve everything that we have achieved so far. MET is an organization that have made a great impact in the educational arena. It is because of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessings and the partnership between myself and Gail and brother Yub, especially sister Gail, have really sacrificed a lot, to see such a beautiful organization to be more effective and more focused in whatever we want to achieve. We have a unique product. Our product is education, and I'm very thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for such an opportunity that have we utilized and given and nourished. MET for me is my second child. It's the third child for the Ramjans, and I hope that people that will come after us to continue such a legacy, to make it as inclusive as it is now, where everybody feels safe and contributing to the success of this ummah.
One of the problems that Muslim communities face is education for their children. And MET has excelled in doing that. And I keep telling people that I meet, I tell them that MET basically is a success story for Muslims. You know, it has done a tremendous amount of work, and I really think that we should learn from MET. Other Muslim communities, other Muslim organizations should learn from MET. Really, this is how we can contribute to the American way of life. Bring up children who are fully adjusted, well-adjusted Muslims who feel proud of their heritage, whether it's Islamic heritage or cultural heritage, and who are also proud Americans. And they can excel, as I said, in dunya as well as in deen. And MET is doing a great job of that. I'm happy to say that.
I think you're doing the right things in the sense, one of the things that you do is you're involving your school with activities that are either local or statewide that are inter-school. And that's very important because the more other kids find, gee, these, except for those funny things they wear in their hair, they don't look very different from, they don't act very different from us.
I think what you're doing is a realistic foundational job with your young people. You're providing them culture, tradition, and educational skills necessary to be successful in this world, in the United States of America, and obviously anywhere else.
Work which MET has done, I think many organizations have contributed to bring Muslims to the attention of the rest of the mainstream people in Oregon, but I think MET is the one which perhaps has, up to this point, contributed the most. Their vision of what they want to do from the education perspective is fantastic. I mean, I can't wait when in my life this institution of education becomes big, that even non-Muslims start sending their kids. That is really my vision, that this is a high school, and in high school, just like people send their kids to other private schools like OES and Catlin Gable, they will say, hey, we are going to send kids to the Islamic Academy. And I think the foundations are there, and it is the people who would be the current staff and the people who will be following, it is up to them to take it to that level. So fantastic contribution. May Allah give Jazai Khair to the people who are part of MET.
Well, I think the Muslim Educational Trust does exactly what you would hope for in an organization, in that it both fosters and teaches the core values of the community and reaches out to the greater community and creates connections and understanding. So, I mean, I think that our community, the community of Portland and Oregon at large, are extremely, extremely fortunate to have the Muslim Educational Trust.
without a doubt, the biggest impact I've seen was MET's response to 9/11. The incredible outreach that you all did, going to schools, going to churches and synagogues and temples, going to civic groups. You just inundated the community with the message of understanding and reconciliation. And I see that, the results of that in so many different places where people came to know the Muslim community in ways that they would never have done it, because we don't do a good job of learning on our own. So you took, particularly the trust, the educational trust, you went out very intentionally and sought people from all over the community to share your perspectives, to engage in dialogue with them.
While some others have chosen to maybe isolate themselves, MET has actually opened up and worked with people, and as a result, you see that there is a difference, in the perception of Muslims, at least in our local area, and so MET has played a great role in that.
Middle, we had a home in MET, and we could come here when we couldn't go anyplace else. We'd be fighting with each other, nobody's speaking, but we could come here and we could pray and have a social life. And every 4 months they would bring in or sponsor a conference to bring in constant infusions of knowledge.
Religion writer, I move around in all sorts of ways in Portland. I go to lots of events. Anytime you go to something that involves interfaith dialogue, interreligious understanding, you see MET and you see WAJD. So I think the Muslim Educational Trust has made a tremendous contribution to creating understanding and overcoming the stereotypes and the conflict that we have around different religions.
demand for a community center that can be used by this community and friends of this community. And I think it's going to be a key ingredient in creating the students or developing the students that we want to see come out of our school, which are students that are proud to be Muslims, will become the future Muslim American leaders, students who strive to excel in all their endeavors and live up to the highest standards that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has set up for us.
The idea of having a gym at the school, a place where the kids can go and play indoors if it's raining, to have a pool where we don't have to meet up once in a while and put up curtains on the wall. This is a place where we can just go during designated times or whatever and just be able to go and swim like normal people. I'm very excited for it, and I really hope, inshallah, that I'm able to see it with my own eyes.
The community center that we are trying to build over here will be a great legacy to leave behind us. We need to remember our parents, honor them and love them and care about them, and to show respect and love to them by leaving a legacy in their name, and honor them and honor our loved ones, and nothing better also to honor ourselves.
Whatever you can do to contribute to Muslim Education Trust in their endeavor to establish a great school, in their endeavor to bring more scholars here so that we can learn from them, and in their quest to put together a learning center, whether it be library or whatever, this is an organization which needs your support and truly deserves it. So please don't think twice, just contribute towards Muslim Education Trust.
And if we want to continue to be successful, we want to be peaceful in our graves, then we must give our very last of all the gifts Allah has given us. We have an opportunity in this life, before we go into the ground, to give the best of what we have for the advancement of the cause of Islamic education.